What up, guys? We are making another video. This video for boosting, and it's for Yellow Preaching, and it's for the music industry, and it's for Milk Mills, and it's for the Justice Department. When MO3 was living, and y'all did a lie detective test, you know MO3 said he was a liar and a criminal when people gave him that contract. I know who gave him that contract. I know who gave him that. I know who he was sitting with. You see, you see, when Boosie wanted to lie, you think the Texas Music Office in Dallas. Let's talk about something. When he was dying, let's talk about something that after what they did, man, what I know. Now, this was about Social Security. And I told Atlanta, that guy in went to D, I hope he know about my actions. And that lady that says, sue us as you want. And I'm doing this, that. The guy that tempted me at the call center, I hope he knows about my actions and what it had cost. Everybody at that call center, I want them to know something. I want to tell you, they ain't stupid by a long shot. Them white people that he sat with, I know who all they is. You see, Boosie wanna like everybody that's going to jail. A black man care about themselves and they will try to stop your career. You have no love, you'll rather lie on another man. I want everything that you took. I don't care about their motherfucking respect. It's about me. It's about fighting for justice. It's about those things which you lied on. You know the problem I have in Dallas? That why me and people are not getting along so well? It's the belief system. My God is stronger. And I believe in heaven. One guy said, we don't know what all the belief. Oh, it's so many stories. God, in different times, God sent people on different things. People calling me out on my bluff. Yellow Breezy manager called me out on my bluff. All right, let's see. Let's see in the center. What Jay Prince know? Don't believe the story. I told my lawyer. I told the civil rights. What Jay Prince know? What racism? I want to know what he know. What he know with our black people and other people that judge person. What he know? I want to know what the DA is going to do. I text the civil rights and the Justice Department. What they going to do when I go to court? I want to know. I want to know what they're going to do. I want to see. He know everything, right? So he connected with one of those people in the industry, right? Jay Prince. What do he know? Jay Prince want to be a big talker. I want to know what he know. I text my lawyer and I told the civil rights. I want to know what he know. Oh, people, hey, but people want to argue. We got this thing. I'm about to file a civil rights complaint. They've been threatening me 3 times. Of racism. People want to. I don't got time for these things. Now you're gonna give me what you took from me, and Mayor. Let me tell you what's gonna happen if y'all keep abusing people in Texas, in the community, and people believe in the Boosie and Yellow Breezy. Arrests that's happening around the world with gang members is because of Boosie. It's because of Trap Boy Freddy and Yellow Breeze and everybody that came down here with that bullshit. And them in Oak Cliff. Everybody wanted to lie. Hey, I didn't even have to say nothing. But if I didn't say nothing, Governor Abbott with his self and Judge Kennedy looking dumb. I think Joe Biden laughing at Judge Kennedy. I think that smile on his face, he's laughing at Judge Kennedy. Judge Kennedy getting made. Dallas is getting made a fool out of. I told her Dallas is getting made a fool out of. Hey, Boosie laughing at you. Hey, Boosie got that smile on his face. They laughing at you. I told him, God said they laughing at you. I made that comment. Boosie laughing at you. You think I didn't know you think I don't know who was in that video? Now, when all this was going on, when I called, you see, I want to tell Yellow Breezes something because I didn't just call DJ Envy. Shout out to the New York Network and iHeartRadio. I said had a little attitude, but shout out to that. They gave me some network numbers. So then I called Rockefeller. The streets don't want the truth because they so busy being selfish. They so busy and women think about this. I want to tell you something. And we tell them to go get the car from Def Jam and Rockefeller when they say, go get Jay. And we tell the Justice Department to look at my car and go get I've been having the same number. I told them, and we tell them to find a way to go get that call from Rockefeller, whatever to find out, what would that be? But my lawyers didn't want to listen to me. They were the piece of shit, and they still didn't want to listen. I came up with an idea, and I know everybody can't fool an attorney, so we have state attorneys. Like me, I can phone an attorney. But two things I came up with. We are going to file a bond reduction, a fine against a judge. The judge is going to get fined $10,000 for aggressive energy. I had to tell the Justice Department, this Dallas judge was being aggressive with me, but the other judge was being calm. She telling me to shut up. I even at the podium. I'm looking at the camera. She gonna get it for being aggressive. The Dallas black judge, when I was in there, is going to get it for being aggressive and trying to cause violence. And we got to realize that she's going to get in Dallas County for causing violence. And I want the Justice Department, look at the other lady that I was calling where she told me to stand up. And she told me, and I told the judge, look at that behavior. Identify the behavior. So we're going to pass a bill, and I pass a bill where judges get fined $10,000 for being aggressive. And it's the same with the law. If our lawyers don't want to listen, we don't have to hit our lawyer. That's why I walked away from my lawyer. And I told the Justice Department, I don't trust my lawyer. She had broken my trust by not listening to me. You know, she had broken my trust and not listening. I tell her I had to know if she was really on my side. So I left details out and I figured that out. I had to know she was really on my side. And I started leaving things out and giving pieces of detail because I had to know that I can trust her and she can't be trusted. So I've been doing, as a kid, I used to wanted to be a lawyer as a kid. I wanted to be a lawyer. I had my DFW book when I was going to Birmingham and New Orleans. And I wanted to be a kid, a lawyer. And that gave me time to just, I ain't looking at this in the bad way, but they unprofessional. And they started talking about their tax dollars in the mall. Let me tell DFW something. Boosie, you are in those documents. You think Trump is going to go to jail? You better stop. It's a publicity stunt to get to documents, to get to y'all. It's the buffoon in the lie. People are getting arrested for your lies, Boosie. Hey, they don't know everything. They know what they did. Whoever said in Carrollton, Texas, you're stupid, you retarded, intimidation. You didn't beat me, but you intimidate me, Carl. Now, you scared of your little brother, MO3, right? What happened in that mall? That DEA agent was in that mall. I asked everybody to be there, right? Now get them two, that Mexican and that black guy to be there. And those dudes, I talked to good people. I talked to kids with egos. But let me tell you something. You know what the Galleria Mall said? You know what the Galleria, I want Boosie to know something. You know the business in the Galleria and the Willowbend Mall in Plano and the construction workers said? That was a good idea. They say they didn't care. I say, we can have a big building with a thing. They say, we don't care about that. I did everything. Let me tell you something. I want Boosie to know something about me. I want him to know something. When I was in that Plano Mall, I did everything with kids' mama, and I talked to them with their mom. When I discussed the ideas, I talked to them in Plano. Because this is going to be slash Justice Department slash Bullshit. I talked to them. I'm going around talking to, one thing, I give these, in Garland, they came and talked to me about their point of views. But I get those two dudes that talked to me, they didn't fight with me. They didn't beat me up. I heard them out and we dapped each other. I give them more respect than I give those two people. Those two, get the two older dudes, that just because we have point of views, we still was able to listen to each other and talk to each other. We were still able, and I respect that. And I respect that because we doctors say, hey, and I understand their point of views. But certain things, differences got to, they create my, all right, to put in, it's certain things that I had to understand that I don't have facts to most of the time. I'm just going off, but I have to look into research or whatever they talking about. Those things got to be researched. It's the plan with the mind. I just can't assume something when I don't have the resource for it. And what you telling me, I would have to find things out on my own. Kids, I'm not, hey, the thing is, we're not coming to understand. I don't care about my value. I don't care what you think. I've been had value. That Carrollton police know I had value when I was at that library and he told me I'm doing good of picking up a book. He know I had value. That's something that Dallas and the rest and that Carrollton police, when he saw me out that library, he said, Huber, you doing good. Let me tell you what they saw in Garland. Shout out to Garland, the guy that gave me that bus ticket that day, because he gave me a bus ticket. He saw racism coming out of our black people in that library. He said, Hubert. He said, I usually don't do this for everybody, but Hubert, when he saw at that Garland library, how black people and that white person act together in that library, he saw racism against their own black. He said, Hubert, it's racism. And say, Hubert, he gave me a bus ticket. He gave me a bus ticket. That is a good man. That is a good person. And you got to understand that. Or what they saw. What they saw how black people was acting towards another black. It's not about treating you like, it's about how other black people. This is not about color. This is about judging personalities. This is what this is about. One of my friends that I used to chill with, Albert, saw me at one of the store and I chilled with the two angels. That's in Carrollton, Texas. I remember us getting into an argument and he was laughing. I said, damn, man. He went, I know two angels when I chill out with Albert and Alex and in Carrollton, and I was so mad because me and him used to be tight. We never got into an argument. I heard he got arrested when he was a kid and he didn't, and like, and his friend died, and I was like, I didn't meant us to get into an argument. We used to be so tight in Carrollton, man. I know two Alex. I don't get along with the Demir Alex, but the Alex that chill out with Albertus and us in Carrollton, that's a different story. And everybody, but I was like Angel. I know two Angel, and the rest of them, I'm like, man, we got along. And I know he grows up and he's in jail. We go through different stuff. And, I had to understand. I had to understand when he told me when we got into that argument that his one of his friends died. So I had to understand that when I'm talking to Angel and from Elburn and Carrollton, Texas, and all the rest of them. When I saw them at the Frankfurt in Addison, Texas, I saw my old friends that I chill with in Carrollton, Texas, by Turner, and doing all of these things. Um, um, so those things we have to understand. So um, I was so mad, like Angel and the two angels I know, the Mexican that was in there, that kind of hurt me a little bit because I never had beef with him. Oh man, that dude, we had some good time in Cary. Go to his house, we walk and play basketball, all of us. And that shit kind of hurt, but I know he probably don't even remember me. And people get that bad idea about you. I don't know how one of the angels feel, and he get that bad idea about you. Most people when you spend a long time and things change in life. So, I had to accept that angel changed, the other angel changed, and Carrollton chilling out with Albert and them, and us, and he changed, he growed up, and I had to accept those things. And I didn't get mad, but let me tell you something. This is for the Justice Department. I know I'm talking about different topics, and I'm gonna stay on the topic because that got something to do with a lot of things. But they lied. Yellow, they know about me. Kevin Gates communicated with me on Instagram, and Yellow Breezy lied. And he communicated with me. This is about racism. This is about black people having a point of views. So let me tell you, since I told the Justice Department, Judge Kennedy not innocent, and since the DA gonna play with my damn life, I'm gonna tell the Justice Department one thing else, and this is for Boosie, State of Texas, and the Justice Department. I'm gonna tag this in this YouTube. When after I said I wanted 30 million for McDonald's, and I wanted 30 million for Brown racial profiling me and set me up discrimination, the DEA looked at me after I made my complaint. They know who they are. I seen their facial expression. What happened to that black police officer that was playing with my walking in circles in Dallas County, playing with my damn intelligence, playing with my mindset, trying to throw my mindset off? Where's she at? We're gonna ask her from that love. We're gonna ask her to be there. Where's she at? Where's she at? God say, look, I'm fighting this thing. God say, hold up. One thing I tell the Justice Department, this is for them. Dealing with Social Security. Some people get rich. This guy I see on the YouTube, some people become rich because they want to be seen. Other people become rich because they want to hide that. I want to become rich because I want to grow and have that belly and just focus on me and wake up every morning and focus on growth. And I want them to raise my income up more. And I'm telling God, say, I don't want to give other Texas business my thing no more. I'm done with them, and I want the Justice Department to know something. I'm asking for something big because I want growth and to be able to learn more things and not depend on the businesses. I want to be on my time, and I'm asking the president and all of the senators. God is asking you to please. I don't want to waste no more time on businesses in Texas. Wonder if I can grow with them. Wonder because a black woman of other person, they judging personality and not it giving us I don't want to run there no more. I've been picking up books since I got a Books and Over membership. And I've been picking up books and I've been educating 20 books. In 2019, people gave me a book and I've been reading. Um, I want to focus, and I'm asking the senators. God is asking you. I do not want to go back no more. I do not, and I'm asking the president. I'm asking every American people, and people might don't care, but this is about me understanding God and God understanding me, and we understand this world. I know what I need to do to grow, and we're doing stuff in a different way to grow. I want to tell them I always been independent. I had 8 apartments. I brought one of my leases up, but I offered Social Security to bring my leases up when they was questioning me about those things. I'm gonna tell the Justice Department something. When I was in Newman Smith, Carrollton, Texas, at Newman Smith, we didn't just stay in school. We went to thrift stores, we went to businesses. I had my first job at Big Lots. And I remember arguing with this guy from Baltimore. And I told him in Baltimore, I say, I work hard and y'all can't even reward me for that since I worked hard since I was 15. And the disability don't work hard. They don't get what they want. Why other people get raises and get bonuses and they're able to keep their money, but we're not able to be recognized for those things. And that's not fair in life. And we all deserve to show our achievement. You know, I remember bringing my stubs and just showing that as an achievement in Dallas. Because my friend, I'm not cool with him no more because of that. And I say I want to put my check stuff on that because that is just not about things about me just working. It was about me. It wasn't about the money. It was about my ability to do stuff with all it. I didn't just look at it like a check stuff when I wanted to put it on my wall. I look at it like it was successful. Even though I didn't have a plaque about my hard work and I didn't have a plaque and show achievement this for I got a Newman Smith thing, overcoming challenges. I think it was on my first year there. I got a certificate. And my little son tooled a little thing up a little bit. Kids, I don't know what I should have never put it in a higher position. Um, this could be your energy. And we have pride, friendship, okay? Pride is self-esteem, self-worth, ego. They got self-worth, ego. Friendship, team, connection, network. There's something going on here where you live with a network of friends, but on the bottom of the deck, something you're going to get, a letter, encouragement, miracle, or surprise. Something good is going to come out of this. I hope something good come out of it. You know, you know, those things are so much more. But I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm asking them, it's not because it what me and God think, and God telling me in the spirit to fight for more because you deserve it. And you don't want to waste time on people no more. Time on business. Doug Miller had his chance. And what I did, everybody gonna call me a snitch, a little Walmart employee. I wanted them to analyze James and them and see the facial expression of jealousy of me on the clock interacting with the customer and how James and Robert, one of my ex's family member, came in there and he watched me since I was a kid. He said, Hubert, you have grown. And my old friend Tabitha, and they hugging me and say, Hubert, we miss you. And they gave me a big hug, everybody. Gave me a Tabitha and them gave me a big hug. They stand there. We miss you. But Xavier was acting jealous. But I worked at Big Lots when I was 15. I started to see my coworker, this big guy. And I'm telling him, hold up for a second. He don't even remember. He looked at me. The guy that worked at Big Lots, he turned around and he looked. And I'm like, I seen him looking after we talked. Because I worked with him at Big Lots. You know, Big Lots is different from any other business. Big Lots, Kroger's limited people. But when I was 15 years old, 14, I had my job. I was working hands-on, and I saw one of the ladies on a bus. She worked in and she gonna play like, you don't remember. I remember you, and she's smiling and smile. You worked at Big Lots Electronics, and she gonna play like, it's been a long time, and she just smiling. I said, it's been a long time. You remember we was at Big Lots when I was 14 and 15? And I saw her on the 534. I saw her on the bus before they changed it. And I said, she gonna smile at me. And you don't remember? Yes, I remember you. Don't try to play like I don't remember you. When I was at Big Lots, you showed me how to build things in electronics. She like, what? Nah, yeah, don't do that with Edward and everybody. Come on, don't do that. So, and then when I was out there in the side of Carrollton, when I was 14 and 15, I started to adventure out a little bit more, and I wanted to just stop working for a little bit because I was getting into music. And I started hanging out with more of my girlfriend, and more participating more. And sometimes, and plus I already had stuff was going on. So I was already interacting with them at school, not this working there. I was already still coming there while I worked. So it was like I was still actually coming there. So it didn't not matter because when I quit, I was actually still coming there with them. So it actually didn't matter. When I see compelled kids go there at the Big Lots, they come away from compelled Texas. And I say, and they're in disability. And I say, hold up. Y'all doing stuff at the same Big Lots. Big Lots have always, they're not like Kroger's. They don't limit to them. They work on helping them. And certain things that make Big Lots different. Kroger's got a limitation. But Big Lots, if you're going to take your kids there, take them to Big Lots. Big Lots always have been a part of disability. And it does not limit to them. I had a chance to work in electronics, to build things, the sofas, where people came and built things. Those things I remember with Edward is so much more. And you can't forget those things. One of the reasons when I worked there, I remember, it's just the good times. I was just at a Walmart. I remember the benders because I was just at a Walmart and I remember the benders that I used to work at 1216. And everybody at Coca-Cola and Pepsi over there at 1216, they wanted me to come and work for them. They didn't want me to be a part of Walmart anymore. And I said, I wish I would have listened because Say, Huber, you work too hard and Charles and them take you for granted. And let me tell you something. Us, I know they gotta pick up their own stuff. I know they gotta pick up their own stuff. But us as a team, hey, Hubert, can you do this for me? The benders, like it just us being a team. They gotta pick up their own plastic and all the rest of the help. But we help each other out, even though they just a bender. Come on, let's get this crate together and let's get these things together. So I thought about that relationship I had when I just walked in there. It reminded me of my Coca-Cola friends and my Pepsi friends at 12, 16. Every 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, we laughing, we cracking up. You were with me, and we doing stuff. So we when they have stuff to do, they bending their own stuff, but also we help each other. You know, it just not just focusing on those things. We help it, and and I just think that was but they wanted me to leave. They really wanted me to leave, man. They couldn't take it no more with Charles. And they couldn't take it no more with the black managers at 12, 16, and Russell and them. But they saw good value in me. But when I went to the other Walmart, because High Boy Turpin communicated with me, he talks about the platform. He talks about teamwork. He talks about it. And I'm gonna tell you a thing about what my first. I consider Grizz a leader more than I see Charles and Russell and them and the other black managers. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because Grizz, he got a different. Just because he don't got the same color as me, doesn't mean nothing. But he was white and I was black. He know I had challenging problems. My first time with him, about a week, he put me in the parking lot and he let me get on the I didn't have a license. I don't work there no more. He let me get on the forklift. And now when I know how to work it now, I let get on the forklift. And he said, Hubert, 4 or 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm spinning around and he's laughing the whole time. Hubert, you don't try that like that. What's wrong with Hubert? That's not how he started laughing. Grizz just thought it was funny. And I'm like, hold up. But one thing Grizz, and another thing I respect him about, you got to have electric pallet jack, right? A license for it. And people don't want to teach you. They're scared that, but they don't want to teach you how to use it. But you know what Grizz did? Grizz said, heck that. He know racism was going on. And they're not able to work with people when it comes to CBLs or anything. And you can do the CBL, but it's about working hands with them. And I told them to look, when they look on that scrubber and see me working those scrubbers and getting on those machines, that means Grizz taught me. You know, my first time doing my first time doing those things, my first time doing that, I got a little couple of waters coming out the scrubber. I hit a few things and Grizz started laughing. Said, Hubert, stop driving that damn thing like that. And Grizz said, water start coming. Hubert, let me do this till you get this. And we worked at it every day. We worked at it. That's what's more important. It's about working at it. But when I went to the second store, we doing inventory. We doing inventory. And this guy watched me do it. I watched him doing. He watched me doing something and get in right, and he wanted to give up. And I had a problem with that. Come on, let's figure out the problem. This is gonna tell me you gonna quit, and let's figure out the problem together as a team. And we didn't agree on that. We didn't agree on that. When you say, I watch you and I'm sitting in the deli and I'm watching you do it, then you watch me do it, and you wanted to give up and focus on you want the money. You don't want the leadership. You don't want the leadership that comes with it. That's why we didn't get along. You know, and then I'm doing what I'm told to do, and it was causing problems. You know, oh, you make me sick coming to work. They don't pay me enough. You know, this negativity, like when you being like I remember Shawnee telling me, Ricky telling me, you can't expect everybody to be I say, Jessica going against me and people get mad that I'm helping you out. God damn. I say I can't win for losing. I say I'm being a team player and I can't win for they don't pay me enough. You make me sick. And after they got me work up, you still come back to work, Chris. And the manager, I'm like, what the fuck going on here? Like, what is going on here? I say, y'all really trying to get me canned because I'm doing what I'm told. Like, oh man, and I had to tell the Justice Department to understand that that's the truth. All this going on with Walmart, we're gonna put Walmart involved because this is everything was going on, and me coming back, it was going on right along with Walmart. It's together. So Walmart and boosting them, everything was together, and Yellow Breezy and Dallas and Carrollton is together. So those things is together. So I'm talking about those things because it's together. Um, those are the things. Um, those things. I'm gonna tell y'all something. One thing I can't do in life, I can't argue with people. I can't argue with people. I'm asking the Justice Department and Governor Abbott and all the Senators Obama to take care of Yellow Breeze in them and Dallas and Oak Cliff. This is a serious matter. They already know. They already know already. Let me tell you, the mayor can play innocent all he want. He can play dumb with y'all all he want. He can lie all he want. He can lie all he want. Him and City Hall, remember, those police calls, and y'all laughed and turned it on the phone. What that mean? That time he said, I said, we're gonna move past this. My words don't mean nothing, but the way I was able to explain it when I messaged the Justice Department. I was able to get it. We attacked the call center. When I called the local government, and the call center the call center gave me the number to the local government, and the guy told me to shut up. I say, damn, that's not. He told me to talk to somebody, not to punch you, to give you to somebody to just point me right back to the Social Security in my office. He gave me that number. They gave me that number to talk to someone higher up in the local government, and this guy was rude. So I told the Justice Department that, like, neglect and abuse and being rude. So me just doing that, I said, hold up, I gotta really, I know if I never gave up when I was still getting thrown out and neglected at my local office, I started talking to, and it's the same time. I got into office and everybody, I sat in the Social Security office in 2019, and I'm sitting in there and I tell everybody, look, black police officer, and I tell everybody, um, Everybody stopped, didn't want to help me out. You know, the call center keep telling me they're not going to help me, hanging up in my face. And I kept calling, and I talked to somebody in Washington, D.C., and everybody at the local office got scared. And I told them, everybody, the windows, the security, everybody, when I say I kept calling and you finally talked to somebody, and they're the one that told me to reach out to the U.S. Congressman, Miss Nancy Pelosi, and everybody. Shout out to the lady in Washington. Shout out to her. Much love. Love you. Shout out to her in Washington. I hope she hear me. Thank you for the advice. Shout out to her in Washington. Shout out to her. And I just told Senator Harris and Joe Biden will reward her for understanding and listening. Understand, don't change. They say they can't help. Don't change it up now. Now still bring that good behavior and listening to us. It has some good people. I found out when I called, shout out to the Atlanta senator and assistant, I found somebody that's working on my case. I found somebody that's working on my case. And you when you dealing with that stuff, you're dealing with different cars. Like it's all the call center all over. I found that I even got a call center in Mexico. Okay, in Mexico. So when you're dealing with those things, and the lady was nice, I was even talking to people in Cuba and Mexico. I had some ideas for them. Mexico, I also had big plans with the building, with the music building, and kids that would bring more billions. I had many ideas. The border is a lot going on that got me disconnecting with everybody. Um, a lot of Spanish kids gonna be able to have money in their pockets too. Reggaeton. But we're not gonna get on that. But I wanna tell you something. Those things we must understand each other, right? So I want to tell people this. Everybody got scared. I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I didn't give up at all. I didn't give up at all. And I think that's the most important thing where I kept trying and I'm still not giving up. I'm still not focused. I'm still not giving up. So I wanna understand these matters. You know, um, when I can go on the my Facebook and I can communicate with some of the people when I got a little older and I got out of school. And I remember Tavine and DeMarcus and everybody in Creekview, they used to come by my house and they used to tell me about their relationships. And I see them having kids and they didn't know if they was going to be together. But I kept telling them to hang in there. And now they have kids together. And I'm like, I'm just so happy for them because they used to pick me up in a truck. And I told my Creekview friend, they used to pick me up in a truck. And sometimes they stay in my apartment while I have to go to work and sleep. And they just stay in the front. I remember working at U-Haul, Uche and everybody bring my little TV up. I get the TV out, the little claims thing. There's certain things people don't like in U-Haul, they don't want, and there's a lot of things that be given in the recycle bin. Boy, they have so much stuff that people just throw away. Too much good stuff. And I got this big screen TV and Uche and everybody from Creekview watching it. And when I have to go to work at night and I gotta go to sleep, they're just sitting there. And when I'm off, we will hang out. And I see Tavani in Carrollton, Texas. He always wanted to rap. He making beats. Terada, he went to Creekview. I gave the Texas music office his music. He's in Creekview now, and I told him, look out for them to interview you or something, you know. But if it's gonna happen, and I told them that. So those are the things with those situations. So those are the things with that situation. So those things were more of a understanding. So I just remember the time with them, and they got kids now. It's a surprise that I said I'm very proud of them now. She never commented back on my picture, but she know how I feel though. They know how I feel. They know how I feel watching them since kids, and I got a little older. And I was a little older. I was out there still in my 20s, and um, and watching them. I remember us going to the subway, going to Subway and the Taco Bell over there with their sisters and their cousin to, and everybody else, Demarcus and everybody. So it just having that understanding. And, I don't, I really don't care what Orion he got to say about me, because I'm bigger and I'm understanding. Ever my friends that went to Creeview when I was out of school know and hear that, they would turn their head. Tavani hear that, Demarcus and everybody at Creeview when I was a little old, they hear that, they would turn their head at you. Especially Kevion. They would turn their head at you. They would turn your head at you. So um we just moving forward. So we have to stay focused and do things that we need to do. So those are the things with that situation. But Trump was down here when they was buffooning themselves. But I want to know why he didn't get to the mayor and city hall now. That's that's the thing. And when I was walking from the train, I just on the station, a detective was watching you on the side. People, they sight is not open. Character and spirit. One thing, I'm on different accounts and I'm communicating with people on live on Big Live and Live Me. Got people in California, and one of the things people told me in Chicago and New York, they told me find somebody to keep up with me. I say I understand the connection. I understand, like when I'm on Live Me and Big Live, I understand those things. I understand what my brothers and everybody that's talking to me and understanding me. So I was just trying to tell them, like, you got to understand people want to grow, and you can't hold those things back. So those are the things of what's going on, right? So I'm just thankful for having Grizz. I'm thankful for those moments, and I'm thankful for the thing. But I'm gonna tell you at Brookhaven, Another thing I want the state of Texas to know is this guy at Brookhaven, he do beats. He set me by his desk every time, and he teach me when the other class. But I also came up with a thing. The teacher's not just teaching. The students want to get paid on campus. You don't just have to be in the tutor, right? You don't have to look over somebody's head over 5 times. You do your thing, make sure you get thing, and bam. Next, the students get paid while they in the classroom. Jessica knows she didn't have to look over my head every motherfucking time. She knows she didn't have to look over my head every time. And come back and know that it was done. She know that. Some things I had a little confusion of, but she knows she didn't have to look over my head every time. She knows sometimes she can come back and see those things. So a person don't have to look over your head. They could come and peek every hour or 15 minutes to see everything is okay. And if they need to, they will correct you. Those are the things that what leadership is. So those the thing what leadership is. We already told them. I came up with it. We're gonna every Walmart entrance, Samsung, we're gonna put a TV up in there, but it's gonna connect to the cable. It's gonna be wireless. We're gonna take that big screen out. We're gonna put a thing. We're gonna match it, but everybody's gonna be able to. The CEO, because we know we get into accident if we on our phone in our car, and we want to know the latest things about everything. And we want to know the latest things about everything. So when you get out to the car, you push your basket, all you do can look at that TV and still watch your thing and see all the new things on every Walmart Supercenter. The entries on every Walmart Supercenter. But it also is going to have artists and other business ideas and commercials, and other CEOs are going to be there. If your kid an artist coming up, if your kid 12 or 13 or 14 years old coming up, imagine them getting interviewed and then Walmart putting them on that TV and discussing the album. We're going to change the Walmart digital background up. We're changing. I just sent it to Walmart. I told them what another idea I had. We're changing that. We're going to do Walmart digital downloads, but also it's going to be different from the electronics. It's going to have a 2-page, 3-page. We're changing the pages up. So we want to have the video when you download the album, when you do digital downloads at Walmart, when you do digital downloads and you click and you want to buy the album, the artist is going to be able to talk on there to you while you buy that album. If kids, any of them want to buy it, when I was on different apps, I listened to people that was doing kids that want to do country, gospel, that just had the passion for it. Some people told me to play their music, and I didn't mind playing it. Those things we have to understand it, right? So, um, I understand I got a lot to learn and I got a lot to go. But we willing to push that forward. We willing to push that forward. We willing to keep pushing forward. And I'm willing to do it. It's a new journey. It's a new journey. And everybody said, Jillo said, who you want as your partner, like the Walmart CEO, because I just had a problem with Doug Miller. So the other CEOs on Instagram, I would like them to be there. I would just like, I'm just, you would thank the people that